So you've been doing some thinking and you've decided that now is time for you to buy a home. And now you're going to need some money to buy that home. Well, most people have two basic options when it comes to funding their purchase. Either A, they pay cash with funds that they already have in the bank, or B, they obtain a mortgage. So today, let's assume that you'll need a mortgage. In this video, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to make sure that you're going to qualify for a mortgage when you're ready to start looking for your next home. I'm Kyle Winn here with Sage Realty, and today I wanted to share my 5 tips with you about how to qualify for a mortgage, because I've seen so many buyers get excited about finding the perfect home only to find out they're not in a position financially for a lender to offer them a mortgage. So maybe the time is right for you to buy your first home, perhaps a bigger home, or even your retirement home. Now, unless you have the funds in your bank account to pay for the home in full, you're most likely going to obtain a mortgage to complete your purchase. Now let's go over my 5 tips to help ensure that you're going to qualify for that mortgage. My first tip here is to make sure that you've saved up some cash. You're going to have a few expenses along your home buying journey, such as paying for a home inspection and likely an appraisal as well. Now, aside from those, the bigger ticket item is going to be your down payment. This can vary pretty greatly depending on the type of property you're purchasing and the type of loan you're seeking. Now, for example, for a conventional loan, you may be able to put down as little as 3% and as little as 3.5% for FHA loans. However, for VA or USDA loans, you may not even have to put down a penny. My second tip is to make sure your credit score is right where it needs to be. If you're not sure what it is at the moment, there are quite a few different apps and websites that will give you a pretty good estimate. Now, your credit score requirement will differ depending on the type of loan that you'll be using. If you're going for a conventional loan, make sure your credit score is at least a 620, but keep in mind that the higher the credit score, the lower the interest rate will be. Now, if you're going for an FHA loan, you'll need your credit score to be at least 580, but it can be lower if you can bump your down payment up from that minimum of 3.5% up to 10%. And as for VA and USDA loans, there aren't minimum requirements, but the common practice for lenders is 620 for VA loans and 640 for USDA loans. My third tip is to calculate your debt-to-income ratio, or DTI. This is done by adding up all of your monthly debts and dividing that by your monthly gross income, or your income before taxes. The debts that you should add up include things like credit cards, car loans, student loans, personal loans, and any other debt requiring monthly payments, including the mortgage payment that you expect that you'll be making once you complete your purchase. Now, you won't include monthly payments for things like utilities, like gas, water, electricity, cell phones, or anything like that. Now, once you've tallied up all of your monthly debts, divide that amount by your gross monthly income, and you'll want to make sure that your DTI is below 45% for a conventional loan, below 43% for an FHA loan, and below 41% for VA or USDA loans. However, your lender may permit your DTI to be a little bit higher if your credit score is high enough and if you'll have enough cash reserves once your home purchase is complete. My fourth tip is to make sure that you have a good paper trail of your finances. Your lender is going to ask you for a ton of information to prove that the income that you've claimed on your loan application is what you actually receive. You'll want to make sure that you have pay stubs for at least the last 30 days, bank statements for at least the last 60 days, W-2s for at least the last 2 years, and tax returns for the last 2 years as well, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'll list in the description of this video for you to reference. Now, this list will get you started, but your lender may need some additional information from you depending on your own financial circumstances. Now, my last tip is by far the most important today. If you don't get anything else from this video, that's fine with me, but just trust me on this one tip. When you think you're ready to start buying a home, don't start looking on my home search website or your other favorite home search websites, and definitely don't go tour new homes or open houses or any of that stuff. That's all good and fun and everything like that, but it's a complete waste of your time if at the end of the day you can't qualify for a mortgage. So with that, my last tip is to go talk to a lender now, okay? As soon as you've decided you want to buy a home, call your preferred lender. They'll even help you through my first 4 tips in this video, and they will help you establish a budget for your home search. And if you don't have a lender to call, call me and I'll put you in touch with some great lenders to interview. So what are you waiting for? Go talk to your lender right now, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on.